Welcome to the Virtual Cheese Awards 2021, showcasing the best of British cheese. My name's Louisa and I'm looking after the session today. The two judges joining me are Druv and Tanny, and the category which we are judging today is the savoury cheese with additives. Would you both just like to do a little introduction about yourselves?
Yes, thank you, Louisa. I'm Druv Baker. I'm a charcutier or charcuterie producer and former chef. I've judged cheese over a number of years, but this is my first year judging the Virtual Cheese Awards, and I can't wait to see what we've got to try.
And Tanny?
Thanks, Louisa. Hi, I'm Tanny Gill. I've been in the cheese industry for the last 17 years. Been judging for the last 8 years, and this is my second year with the Virtual Cheese Awards, judging all safely and with good social distancing. I'm probably the only one representing Scotland, so looking forward to the judging ahead. Thanks.
Thank you. And the judges will be using a point system, which is judging against 5 different attributes, and I will announce the winner at the end of this session, and they will then go through to the next stage next week on Friday the 7th of May. Okay, then take it away.
Great.
Okay, 1023, yeah?
That's correct, yes?
Yeah.
Ooh, truffles.
Truffle.
I think on this category or in this category, appearance is something important, aroma is important, taste is important. A lot of texture is going to be pasty because
Oh, the process.
The process, correct. They put it through almost through a sausage meat thing, and they get the cheese out, so it becomes almost
You're reforming
pasty.
it, right?
You're reforming it, absolutely. But taste-wise, I think lovely aroma. The waxy looks lovely.
I think quite often the addition of truffle is a bit heavy-handed. It's this kind of belief that more is more. But actually, restraint with truffle generally helps get the best out of it, because often it can overpower whatever it is it's going with.
Quite well-balanced truffle. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, the characteristics of the cheese are still there.
Yeah.
There's a richness, there's a sweetness, there's a slight acidity.
Creaminess.
I think that sort of base note of the truffle sort of sits alongside it. Again, as you said earlier, Tanny, you've got to almost put the texture to one side because of that's the nature of the beast. That is a process, not it's not a flaw.
Yeah.
It's something I struggle with texturally, but I've got to overlook that because that it is what it is. Yeah. So actually, the attributes that I think it smells good. I think it tastes. It tastes good.
Yeah, no, it tastes good. Totally agree with you. Totally. I don't know. Should we just put a 9 on across the board and then come back and revisit it? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. I think so. Yeah.
So 9 across the board, and we'll revisit it just in case if we still have a doubt.
Just in case. Okay.
Yeah. So the next one's 1028.
1028. Yep.
Yes, that's correct.
What's it, chives or wild garlic or?
I can't work out whether it's chives or wild garlic.
Chives. Tastes very savory. I'm not sorry. Quite wet. Is it chives and garlic? Am I wrong?
There's definitely garlic and chives, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Tanny, if you haven't that on your cheese board tonight, you're both going to have to eat that. That's not for just one of the two.
Thanks, Druv. I'm definitely not having this on my cheese board tonight.
There's something on that smell.
Yeah,
Which smells.
there is.
It's like an off vegetal.
Yeah, it's like almost that that off eggy smell in it, almost like a. Doesn't feel right. Something is not right, but I think that smell almost carries into the taste.
There's almost a fizziness, like an effervescence.
There is,
which
yes.
Fizzy and cheese. They're two things I never want to hear side by side.
Yes,
like
you're
fizziness
right.
and cheese. I mean, it looks fine.
It looks fine, yeah.
A bit wet.
Yeah, that's the nature of the beast, I guess. But appearance, I don't know. You want to give 8, and then
I think 8 for appearance.
Yeah, and the rest could be 5 across the board, or am I being?
No, I think you're being very generous.
Kind. All right. Okay, Louisa, we're happy with that. Let's go.
Okay, so we've got 8 for appearance,
Right.
5 for the other 4. Okay.
Excellent.
Next one is 103 heat.
Right.
Sorry, next one is 1038. Oh yeah, the jar. Bear with me. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I left the jar on the other side of the room.
That looks interesting.
I'm less terrified now. I was a little bit afraid of stuff in jars, but
oh, cool. Yeah, no, I think it should be good. Yeah, should be good.
Smells good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Smell it. Oh, loads of herbs and spices coming through. The last thing I want to do is spill this jar on the table, but
you definitely won't be needing a bottle of wine later if you do that.
Good texture, feta-like, whatever it is.
Do you know, when I first tried that, I thought it's going to be feta. I was expecting that acidity, that saltiness, and it wasn't there. And I almost felt disappointed, but then it kind of levels out into this lovely, mellow, creamy, like double cream, savoury, but there's thyme and black pepper and garlic. And actually, you're expecting it to spike with that acidity you get from a feta type product. But once you've overcome that kind of initial, I think it's purely visually, that's what you're expecting. But it has this mellowness and there is a complexity to it. And I think the balance
is very good. There's something pleasant about the whole thing. There's lots of spices and herbs going through. You're right. I think the good thing is also the lactic acidity is quite balanced with the herbs and spices. It's not overpowering them. You can definitely taste the delicate flavors of the spices coming through very nicely. Quite nice, very nice actually.
I think it's really, I'm immediately thinking, ripe tomatoes with this poured over the top and a glass of something in the sun, perfect al fresco kind of taste of holidays.
Absolutely. Even something like this, already in chunks, dotted on your homemade pizza in the oven and out, it almost becomes like a souffle on a pizza with lots of flavors in it. You don't need much. Really nice.
And I think visually it's quite appealing, isn't it? That beautiful golden color. I think it looks good. It smells good. It tastes good. It kind of, again, inverted my assumptions and expectations in a good way. So I like it.
Agree. I do. I agree too. I was expecting the same. I thought it will have a feta dryness and crunch, but no, I'm happy with it. I'm happy to give a 9, a 10 all round. 10,
yeah.
9,
so I mean, visually 10 because it's and then the smell technically is not the cheese; it's the oil and the garlic, and so
it's the oil. Absolutely, yeah.
So do we go 10 for appearance and 9s across the board?
Yeah.
Are we happy with that?
No, happy, very happy.
Right?
Well, I think eventually it might come down between the chocolate cheese and this, if I'm not wrong. But I'm not wrong.
Luckily, they're in different categories.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so the next one is 1046.
Sorry, I have to put that away, and that's good. 1046. Yeah. Was that peppers or chives? What was that? Mustard, pepper.
Black pepper. I love black pepper. I mean, I love black pepper.
I think the flavor of the cheese is not doing justice to the pepper. Is that correct?
I'd say the two are very separate. Like the flavor of the cheese is here and the pepper's here. They're not integrated in any way.
It's not correct.
But actually, the cheese itself, it's almost too sweet and too spiky, and which could be tempered with the pepper. But I think it's done in a way that the two sit like water and oil.
Yeah, they're not coming together.
Tempering each other. So the pepper's almost too intense. But instead of tempering each other, they're kind of just doing their own thing side by side. That's what I'm getting.
No, you're right. It's two strong personalities put together. It's just not coming together. It's funny. You start off. You get the sweetness of the cheese, the caramelly notes, and you don't taste the pepper right till the end, which I think could have been. Whereas in the one that we tasted before, the creaminess of the cheese is there, but you can still taste the herbs and the spices and making it a more rounded feel to it. So, yeah. Appearance is fine, a 10 or however, but taste-wise, I thought, I don't know, 6, 5. What do you think, Druv?
I would say the weird thing is I can't smell any pepper on it.
No, that's the thing. That's what I was saying. It's mustard or pepper. What is it?
But the flavor is so intense. I don't know how you get that amount of pepper flavor without any telltale aromas or on the nose. So visually, as you said, it's fine. I'd say sort of 9 for the visual, but smell 6, and then the rest 5s.
5s, yeah. Happy with that. Very happy.
Brilliant. And then the next one is 1057.
Good texture, cuts very clean.
Is that like basil or pesto?
Pesto.
I mean, if you put basil and cheese together, you're by definition going to end up in a kind of pesto type territory. But to me, the first thing I can think of is pesto. I don't think I've ever had cheese.
Smell-wise, does it give you any definition on smell?
Very, very, very faintly, but not.
Yeah. Nice, clean cheese, clean taste.
Texturally fine, visually fine.
Very fine, pesto-y on the palate. Don't know if there's a word called pesto-y, but yeah.
There is now.
Yeah. Taste-wise, what do you think? Clean, not anything.
It's
Mm,
it's clean. It's
yeah.
the fact that we can't quite work out whether it is pesto or basil needs it.
Basil.
It's not overpowering.
No, it's not. No.
I mean, it's intriguing, but it's not unpleasant.
Correct.
7.
7s across.
Yeah, I mean,
Appearance can
visually,
get,
I can't really fault it visually.
No, yeah, visually and texture is quite nice. It's cutting clean, sits very well, very good.
So I think the
Texture.
visual and the texture are high, but
Yeah,
everything else
yeah.
sort of, what did we
7.
say? 7s.
Yeah, happy with that. Yeah.
For appearance and texture, you're going for 9s, did you say? Sorry.
I think so, yeah.
And 7s for the others. Brilliant. Okay, then. So the next one to move on to is 1093.
You getting much on the aroma at all?
There's almost like a smoky.
I think cheese is too lactic, too creamy for any kind of herbs or whatever has been put in there to even come out. I can see bits of pepper or chili, something in there, but nothing is really coming out, isn't it? $1093, yeah?
No, now I am. Yes, uber lactic.
Very lactic, and it's quite kind of super soft, quite young. Maybe if it was a bit more mature, maybe.
I think there's a lack of bit low on the salt, maybe as well. There's the balance means that it's really lacking.
Not much character. I mean, I think the cheese is fine as a soft, creamy or a young cheese, but those additives are not really doing anything to it. They're not really enhancing anything with the cheese.
No.
No.
And it looks quite pretty with those flecks.
Oh yeah, it looks lovely. The rind looks lovely, almost a Gouda-like cheese, but
yeah.
Shame. Appearance probably a 9, and rest everything 5 or a 6 maybe. Is that okay? Or
I would say if we say appearance 9, flavor 5, and the rest 6.
6, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Thank you. And the next one to move on to is 1114.
1114, yeah.
Yeah.
Tanny, here's a question for you in terms of from the production.
Yeah.
You see, there's a very clear. It's almost like all the herbs, all the spices have sunk to the bottom.
Yeah.
Is this an issue that the gravity at that early process, everything just sinks down by definition, or is it intentional to have it kind of like a 2-layered?
It's interesting you said that, because I was thinking the same. In an ideal world, what would happen is when this is added into the curd and it's been put in, it should have mixed up properly, like mixing your flour or anything else. This almost looks like whoever's made this has filled the mold with curd
And then poured in.
Drizzled it on top and put a bit more of curd on top. So you see there's a curd bit here, this and there.
Yeah.
And on the and if you see, it's only on the outside over here.
Yeah.
There is, but then nothing on the other side. So it's almost like an afterthought or something that, oh my God, I've missed to season it, or I've forgotten. Now I may be totally wrong, but it also looks like this was a top part of the cheese and you've got the bottom part of the cheese, if you see that, because I've got the mold marks on one side, but this side looks like it's been cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it looks like it's almost like it's sitting on top of your cheese this way. So you've got the bottom half, I've got the top half. The key would be for us to try to taste this part of the cheese rather than trying to taste.
Well, that's exactly what I did. I sort of cut it as a cross section that way.
Yeah.
And then I tasted from both ends.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Good texture on the cheese.
Yeah.
What is it? What is the herb in there? Is that what? Oregano or?
Well, it's like oregano, dried oregano, but maybe it could be those kind of mixed herbs, because I'm wondering whether I was getting that kind of wild thyme, but definitely dried herbs as opposed to fresh, because it has that
dry,
noticeable dry herb flavor. And I think where you do get that seam of herbs running through it, it's quite overpowering.
It is.
Then if you taste the cheese without the herbs, it's fairly one-dimensional. There's not a lot of much of anything to stay, really, other than the texture is. I love the texture.
Texture is very good. Yeah, appearance is good, but I may be wrong. But it looks like there has been a production error for it to, as you say rightly, that it's quite overpowering because all the herbs have come together. It's a burst in your mouth. Maybe if it's been spread out evenly, it would have been a different cheese altogether. But I may be wrong. Yeah.
Right. But even then, the profile to me, it's slightly lacking. It's almost a bit diluted or watered down.
It is, absolutely, and the cheese itself needs a bit more character to get it going. It's not going with the herbs. So appearance 9, texture 9, rest could be 5, 6.
5, 5.
Yeah. Okay. Happy, Louisa?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Right, your next one is 1125.
1125. Okay.
Yeah. There's 5 cheeses left in this class.
Yeah. Paprika. What do you think? Nice flavor.
Yeah, there's a smoke. It's the balance of smoke is quite well judged. I mean, I'm very sensitive to smoky flavors. So with salmon especially, I'm very fussy about which salmons I do and don't. It's not fussy. It's just that I find the combination of fat and smoke kind of gums up your palate quite quickly.
Yeah.
And so actually the fat molecules, the smoke molecules cling to the fat, and that just binds your palate. But it's not overpowering. There's a well-judged amount of smoke, I think. I I suspect this is probably a product which has quite widespread appeal.
Yeah.
Texturally, it is what it is, given what it is. I'm not really getting any paprika notes, if that is paprika, or it might, but as a sort of reformed smoked cheddar, it kind of does what it says on the tin, really.
Yeah. What do we score? Appearance. The aroma is okay, isn't it? It's not really standing out as to what it should be.
No,
Texture,
I mean, I would say
taste. Well, 8 across the board or something, or 7 across the board.
I think 8. Yeah, 8.
Good. Let's hear that. 10.
That's 8 across the board. And then the next one is 1149.
1149. Ooh, that's crumbled. Looks lovely inside. What's it like, a feta olive mix?
Yeah, it's a very young lactic cheese with olives, quite delicate olives, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it smells very clean.
Smells very clean.
Fresh, young,
nice.
clean.
Yeah, fresh, young, clean. But
visually, again, it looks kind of very pleasant, and it's
very pleasant, very clean. Yeah, beautiful. Sorry, we're not pulling the cheese out because it is quite crumbly and wet. But
it's very crumbly.
It is gorgeous. Yeah, it's absolutely lovely.
And actually, that olive flavor is. They're not very heavily brined olives. There's a hint of olive there. They're very delicate. They haven't got that usual intensity, which I think would completely detract. So I think that the ingredient selection has been quite well done. They've considered the value of the flavor profile from the olives they're using.
Yeah.
So I think from a flavor and concept perspective, it's well done. And then what are your thoughts, Tanny, from a execution and a technical perspective?
I think, as you say rightly, that that it is quite a crumbly cheese. It looks very pleasant, looks very, very nice. But I thought, I don't know. It's not something that if I had a choice to go to, I think maybe the herbs or olives and whatever else has been used could be a bit more stronger to pull me to it. I don't know. If I have a choice to pick this and something else, it might not be the first one that I'll go to.
So what are we thinking? I think visually great.
Great, yeah. Appearance is great. Texture is good. Yeah, good balance of mix of herbs, as you say. For me, I think taste is where it's lacking a bit, maybe.
Yeah. So are we saying 9 visually? 9, 10 visually?
Yeah. Happy. Yeah. 9 is fine. Yeah.
Everything else sort of 7, but flavor 5.
5. Yeah. Sounds good. Happy with that? Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so the next one is 1202.
1202. Smells like garlic and chives. I may be wrong.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Good cheese, good texture, appearance is fine.
I find the texture kind of very we know it's processed. We've already established that, but I find it very pasty.
Yeah.
But the
flavor balance. What do you think?
I think it tastes like what they intended it to taste like.
To taste like.
It's got cheese.
Yeah. So
if
it tastes like what it tends to taste like, then it should score like what it should score like. Happy with taste-wise, what, a 7 or something?
I think 7 is fine.
Fine, yeah. Appearance is fine. Appearance is good, so you can give a 9 on appearance.
Yeah, I think 9. Smell, probably 7.
7 is fine, yeah. Happy.
Yeah.
And anything else? That's it.
True to character.
Sorry?
It's that your other scores are for texture and true to character.
I would kind of say 6, 6, 7.
Yep. And true to character.
Yeah.
8. 8, yeah. It is true to character, so it's fine, yeah.
Okay, so the next one is 1203.
Yeah.
Almost looks toffee-like, but it's actually something else.
It is. It's I can't work out whether it smells like kind of smoked ham or something.
Is it some kind of smoked garlic or caramelized onions or something?
Could be black garlic.
Could be.
It's very sweet.
Very sweet. That's why I said it looked like toffee-like almost to me, but I was expecting it to be savory. But
yeah, there's a kind of smoky, savory, almost meaty flavor. Smell. But then the flavor is very sweet. It's quite artificial, actually.
It is. I don't know what the character of this cheese should be, but if it's true to character, definitely give it a 5.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and visually, I think it's quite.
Yeah.
6 visually, 6, 7.
Yeah. Happy with that. Very happy with that.
And then 5.
Yeah, across the board. Texture-wise.
Yes. For appearance and 5 for the others.
Yeah.
And then the final one for this class is 1209.
1209.
Okay. I know generally the color is an indicator. I'm intrigued. So I've never.
Yeah. Exactly. A white wax. What is it?
Garlic.
Looks nice. Nice cut. Clean cut. Good texture. Seems like so far. Oh. Very bitter.
Very bitter. And it's a mixed peppercorn.
It's mixed peppercorn. Right? You're right.
But there's none of that. If you heat from the black, a bit of fruitiness from the green, a bit of kind of florality from the. I'm tasting what tastes like quite old pepper, but it's very bitter. And actually, there's no characteristic really of the cheese bar the taste to talk about.
True.
It's lovely. It's got those flecks all the way through it.
So almost looks like a
8, but then
yeah. Everything else would be 5 or 4.
I'm looking at 4 on that one.
Yeah, happy
I'd
with
say
that.
everything 5 except for.
I think it almost
flavour,
looks like a Cheshire, young Cheshire. That's
absolutely
okay.
Right.
Good.
Great, thank you. So that's the end of the cheese with additives savoury class, and the overall winner in first place is 1038. That was the third sample you tried.
1038.
The one in the jar.
Okay. The one in the jar, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Second place was 1023. It was the first cheese in this class that you tried.
Yeah.
And in third place is the 1125.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. So thank you very much for such detailed explanations of the lovely cheeses. Obviously, as we've said, it's 1038, which is the winner, and that will go through to the category stage next week on Friday, the 7th of May. And the overall event has been sponsored by Food and Drink Wales. Thank you.